highest tank and troop losses in weeks for Russia. Kyiv estimates that Russian forces have suffered the most troop casualties since May and tank losses since July due to Moscow's full-scale invasion. On Saturday, the Ukrainian Defense Ministry reported 1,440 Russian soldier losses in 24 hours. Kyiv calls its total approximate since the war's commencement 640,920, including deaths and injuries. The latest total is the largest since May 27, when 1,460 Russian losses occurred. The tally comes during Ukraine's advance into Russia's Kursk area and Moscow's push in Donetsk for Pokrovsk, a logistics hub. Kyiv reported that Russia lost 21 main battle tanks, MBTs, the day before, the most since July 25, for a war total of 8,746. Oryx tracked 3,387 Russian tank losses as of Saturday. The site proves Russian equipment losses via photos or videos. It implies that losses are likely substantially higher. Newsweek contacted the Russian Defense Ministry for comment. Both sides do not issue official estimates, and Moscow has not updated its dead toll since September 2022, when it reported just under 6,000 men killed. A Wall Street Journal article cited unidentified Western intelligence estimates of 200,000 Russian troops killed and 600,000 injured. Despite reduced Ukrainian losses, the Wall Street Journal reported 80,000 dead and 400,000 wounded. Kyiv has not updated its casualties since February, when Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky declared 31,000 soldiers had died. The independent media Zona news website and the BBC's Russian service counted over 70,000 Russian soldiers killed in Ukraine. The Friday tally, based on government pronouncements, newspaper obituaries, and social media posts, is likely to be a substantial underestimation, the outlets added. According to the publications, 1 in 5 of the Russians slain had signed a contract with the National Guard, Rosgvardia, after the war, and more than half were not military members before February 24, 2022. Hezbollah authorities advised their members to restrict smartphone use for years, claiming Israel could bug them to enter their communication network. The safer alternative was to use pagers and walkie-talkies from the 1990s. Hezbollah claimed pagers' limited capabilities allowed them to receive data without revealing a user's location or other sensitive information. Hassan Nasrallah, Hezbollah's leader, advised his followers to bury their cell phones to prevent Israeli hacking and tracking. This week, Israeli intelligence demonstrated Hezbollah and the world that even basic consumer equipment is unsafe in an era of technological warfare. Hundreds of Hezbollah pagers exploded almost simultaneously in Lebanon and Syria on Tuesday, killing at least 12 and injuring over 2,700. The next day, Lebanon's walkie-talkies inexplicably detonated, killing 20 and wounding hundreds. Lebanese media said that many of the dead and injured were Hezbollah members, although some were civilians. Israeli intelligence is still revealing how it carried out the 15-year-old operation. Some accounts claim Israeli intelligence put up a bogus company in Budapest to sell Hezbollah explosive-laden pagers, correctly predicting the militant group would seek them. Experts told Newsweek that the coordinated operation highlights a global shift in battlefield dynamics toward advanced technologies like explosive devices and kamikaze drones powered by artificial intelligence, often using online consumer electronics. Defense researcher Hams Adder said modern warfare is shifting from battlefields to cyber and covert operations as nations focus on destroying their rivals' digital and electronic infrastructure. Israel is cornering Hezbollah, revealing they can't even secure its own operations. Hezbollah is known for being cyber-aware, but this sends the wrong message to followers. Adder told Newsweek, people in Lebanon are more cautious than ever due to the electrical problem, which requires battery-powered electronics. Adder stressed the increased vulnerability of civilian infrastructure to sophisticated assaults. He cautioned that an advanced, coordinated cyber attack on autos or airplanes might cause mass casualties in seconds due to their increasingly digital controls. If hackers break into aviation systems, planes would crash, causing a global disaster. He stated it's scary, but as a researcher, I expected it. Mobile gadgets and chips everywhere mean we have more offensive than defense. The supply chain issue. Due to Hezbollah's weakened supply lines and technological equipment, this week's attack highlighted a modern military weakness: reliance on long, loosely connected worldwide supply chains. Complex supply chains contain more companies in more places, making supervision and responsibility harder. A Taiwanese company is accused of making the pagers, but it claims a Hungarian subcontractor permitted to use its brand created them. The idea that things can be intercepted and interfered with is now well known, said Bruce Schneier, a security expert who has exposed the post-9/11 security theater at U.S. airports. The fact that Hezbollah buys pagers from a Hungarian business with a Taiwanese supplier is also not surprising. International supply chains present vulnerabilities, he said, despite false fears that China could turn e-bikes or mobile phone infrastructure into weapons. Many 5G data networks are software-defined. Years ago, the US and UK banned Huawei-made communications equipment due to concerns about malicious software updates. Schneier believes the current scenario is an escalation of the Mossad's 1998 assassination of Hamas chief bomb maker Yahya Ayyash with an exploding cell phone, raising global security concerns. China may install booby traps and networking equipment to eavesdrop, not blow it up. How does that affect security? Will airlines allow cell phones? According to Schneier, authorities are acting as concerns increase. According to the national news agency, Lebanese officials banned walkie-talkies and pagers on Beirut aircraft on Thursday. Lufthansa advises customers to report overheated phones to staff promptly.